day today, I thought I'd do this as a live. I was going to do this workshop just for my members. So if you're happening to catch this live, then take it as a blessing from me and the universe. So new moons are new beginnings. 6/6 energy, as I am a 6 baby, is very transformational on a personal level. I won't go into the numerology in that because I really want to go straight into a meditation for a visualization and more of my traditional journeying that I used to do with you. The power of manifestation and power of visualization. Our body does not, our brain, shall I say, doesn't know the difference between us actually experiencing something and us visualizing it. As far as the brain is concerned, they are the same thing. It's why when you have someone with like traumatic stress and they're reliving something, it's literally the brain thinks it's happening again and again and again. So it can be very traumatic on lots and lots of levels. When we go over stuff in stories and we relive stuff through our stories and our brain and we're repeating that, we're actually reliving that. So it's like reinforcing the trauma and that pathway in the brain. Well, what we want to do is do the opposite for the positive and step into, in a quantum way, the person that we are wanting, desiring to become. So what we're going to do is what I used to always do with my new moon ceremonies. And if you are a member, if you go to the members list and go under the new moon, and I think even on my on this channel there should be a list of new moon and full moon ceremony, or moon ceremonies I think it's called. Under that list there's previous ceremonies, and they're all like, if there's one that you're particularly drawn to that might be relevant. But for today, we're going to be doing a visualization to step into, in a quantum way, through quantum healing, is what some people refer to it, through visualization, through image therapy, different modalities, depending on how esoteric you may be or where your belief system is at, call it different things. But we're going to utilize this power by stepping into that. So what I would like you to think about, and if you can, if you've got time, you can pause the video and you can even pause it live, and it will come up. It takes a while to initialize after a while, but it'll be back up. So I think lots of you have probably done the dark moon if you're into moonology and releasing. So if you don't know what you want, sometimes it's easier to think about what you don't want, and that assesses what you want to let go of, and then you want to flip that. So our fears and our desires are linked. So whenever I do or run a vision board workshop, which we will be doing for the members, so we're going to take this a step further, this is in conjunction with that workshop, you look at what is it I desire, and you're writing down what it is you want to become. What do you want to have? More love, more like a more balanced relationship, more finances flowing, maybe it's easier relationships with friends, health. For me, obviously, with this cough that I've been working with my healing journey and purging. So it's stepping into, okay, I've done the purge. I'm beyond the purge. I'm stepping into the healthy me that's beyond needing to release the toxins. So what is the desires? So this is why I was saying it might be helpful to have a pen and paper if you want to write that down. Thinking about it, if you haven't, don't worry. Just thinking about what it is you want for a moment before we go into the visualization. And the highest aspect of that, I will set the intention for anyone that's viewing, for myself included, whether it's in this now moment or 6 months from now. It doesn't have to be for this new moon, but we're using the power of this energy of today. And obviously later when we do the global meditation, which this isn't, by the way, we will be adding that in as well. But I want to kind of add that in for myself personally, because that's what is on my list too. So seeing that piece happen within me, sending ripples around me for my clients, for the people I care about, as I reset, as I balance, as you reset, as you balance, seeing that have a ripple effect on those around you. Seeing how you demonstrating and being your most authentic self, being in your heart space, in a heart state and compassionate, kind, maybe all these qualities, but in the balance, in harmony, that ripples out within the structures of your reality, within the structures of your life, your daily routines. So depending, when you're looking at the menology side of this, depending on what house this is hitting, I believe, excuse me. So for this particular moon, the last time it was in this alignment would have been 12 years. So if you're aware of what was happening for you 12 years ago, similar situations would have been coming up. And I was trying to work out, I'm not good with, if anyone that's good with maths, let me know what date, what year that was. And I was thinking, well, that was before my children, because my son's 11, so I would have just been around the time I probably would have been pregnant. So big life changes. So coupled with knowing what this month's energy is about, now normally around the full moon, we have a kind of death cycle. It's a rebirth and death every month. That happens every month, energy-wise. This month, we've got 4 of those. And my guidance was saying, like, you're going to die 4 times, essentially. And I don't think that was just for me. It's a releasing of stuff that it's actually an opportunity for us to get rid of these old pathways and patterns. So those stories I was saying about that we might relive, for example, when we go through that trauma and we relive it, and our brain doesn't know the difference between what's lived and what's imagined, it interprets it all through the senses in the same way. So when we're visualizing it, it's as if we 4 a.m. US. Okay, oh bless you. Thank you for being with us. We're going to do a visualization. I'll try and get straight into that. I just want to put some kind of foundations in for those that might be viewing this for the first time and maybe not done creative visualization before for manifestation and shifting and trying to transmute energy and in this quantum healing way that is very powerful. Well, I refer to it as quantum because it's like you're stepping into who you want to be. So I want you to think of like Marvel and multi-dimensional aspects. Yeah, let's put it on. We won't go into the sort of more esoteric, but think of it as if you, in terms of multi-realities, and think there's hundreds of you, hundreds of versions of you, and in each of these versions of you, they're able to do different things. So one is right on it when it comes to business smarts, and in that life you're already like super successful. And another one you want to step into is like got the relationship, the perfect ideal partner, or whatever it is that you're wanting for that. Another is like I don't know, health is an example of health beyond, is like, and all of those aspects. And we're going to draw that information and we're going to step into those lives and we're going to pull that in to this now moment, into this reality. Hi there. So, yes, like Phoenix energy. She says coughing and splattering. I've uploaded a video on how to do this and I haven't done my Reiki on myself this morning, so or had my green gold yet. So I just wanted to do this now while it was coming through. So if you want to get yourself into a nice, comfortable, bearing in mind everything we've said, if you want to get yourself into a nice, comfortable position, I'm going to lead you in with a slightly guided meditation. And then I want you to kind of step into those future selves. But I don't want you to think of them as future selves. I want you to think of them as current selves. So you're not stepping into your future self, which a lot of people do with guided meditation, and then getting that information and bringing it back. You're stepping into your parallel selves, your self that exists in this now moment, in another reality that already has that in this moment. So we're stepping quantumly, visualizing quantumly, if you like. I think that's the best way of explaining it or thinking of it. So get yourself into a nice comfortable position and just become aware of your breath. Excuse my breath and my coughing. So I want you to go within and go on a journey with me. We're going to do a little bit of traveling. Before we do, let's just anchor ourselves in and ground ourselves in, calling in our highest awareness. I just need to call in some healing as well for me. Visualize roots coming down, going deep down into the earth and anchoring in this now moment. And take a breath. We set the intention for the highest good to step into the perfect divine aspect of ourselves, calling forth multi-dimensional selves as we step into the parallel, first for our health. Remembering our health. So what would be the healthiest version of you? Now I want you to think about this in your own mind and things and yourself, and conscious awareness will bring up thoughts, but I'm going to give you some examples of my own. Having beautiful, like I already have, herb garden, fresh fruit growing that I can pick and eat and feel comfortable eating. Moving my body regularly with our classes, with the Qigong, and doing other stuff. Fully active, having the energy to experience beautiful things. Maybe you're out running, maybe, I don't know, you're horse riding, you're playing sports, you're feeling the sun on your face, you're out walking in nature with dogs, or in mine, with the cats. Having energy, vibrance, feeling that vibrance within your body, within yourself, and that self that has that. Demonstrating what you see as a healthy lifestyle is what you're putting in, an awareness of putting what you put into your body. Being grateful for every moment, for this vitality, for this health. An abundance of food that you enjoy, abundance of time to do it, not feeling stressed, having processes, structures that you are able to with ease and flow, move through your day, whether it's meditation or training. Releasing and letting go of the toxins of your body, of any illnesses, any ailments. Remembering that's who you was, that's not who you are. Moving into the quantum aspect of your health. Healthy, happy, and whole. And moving into a different area of your life. Your relationships. Your relationship with food and your health is one aspect of a relationship and structures. Your relationship and how you feel about your body, knowing you love your body for what it's showing you, what it's showing up within your emotions, within your mental pathways of what needed to shift. And you now step into and are aware of with beautiful clarity. So your relationships dynamics are able to shift. First and foremost, the relationship with the self, with what you do and how you hold yourself, how you be, as I always say with our vision workshops. Linking that to that emotion. Now feel what it would be like to be in a deeply loving soulmate relationship. And at all levels, not just romantically. This could be friendships, supportive friendships around you, people that see you for the gift and the amazing person that you are. Allowing yourself to see yourself in that way, because you're stepping into that parallel self and drawing that to you. That's now, that's happening now. Sometimes this helps for those that have got lots of releasing still to do, to see the younger version of you, to bring in a little version of you, the parallel you that's maybe the 4-year-old self. Give her a hug and say how much you love her, how sorry you are for maybe not putting her first. That you are going to, from this moment, you will stand up for her. You will be there for her. You will be the strength, and this month is about strength. Strong, knowing that you are powerful, because she is powerful. Healing that relationship to your inner child, your relationship to how you see yourself, as we become more whole, or rather, said in other words, as we remember we are whole. We are multifaceted. Moving into different areas of your life, your relationship with work, having balance, having equilibrium. And as this energy of the air, frequency and communication, able to communicate what is needed to our clients, to our friends, to our family, to the universe. We feel the frequency of the air and the sound as it moves through it, the vibration that we now have access to for higher states of being, that we are able to communicate with these higher states, feeling and stepping into at the same time the aspect of the highest version of you that is in much more awareness, has more clarity, is able to see with intuition and gut, feeling into the frequency, soul-led, not needing the internet, knowing that you have an internet, a wealth within you. If you only connect, all of that wisdom is there for you to connect to. Anything you need to know flows to you. You can tap into those other versions of yourself where they're already learned. Maybe you're inspired to take up piano lessons. Maybe you want to learn the guitar. Whatever that inspiration, that creative spark, we're planting seeds with the new moon. See those seeds blooming and becoming and growing and grown and present within you. For career, whatever it is you love to do, you are doing it. You are stepping into that version of you where you love what you do. You're inspired by what you do. You bloom, you are luminescent, a shining light for others by just doing what you love. And that can be anything. Some of us are great with cooking, with kids, with numbers, with finances. Others, it could be simply cutting hair, anything. Everyone's different. But even if there's others and you feel this lack flowing away, knowing that you are individual. You are, because you love what you do, you show up as your authenticness. That shines. People are drawn and attracted to that. The right people coming through at the right time. This sense of opportunity and luck flowing as we move in that other alignment with Jupiter's going to help that. As we let go of these past traumas, as we let go of old things that haven't served us, but they have served us. They served us to remind us till we learnt the lesson. We've learnt it now. We can let go. We can let go of those attachments and just step out of that reality and into this one. Releasing. Remember I said about the air energy? See it flowing through like a breeze blowing, like the scent, whatever senses that you are in tune with. So it could be sense of smell, sense of hearing, sense of sight. Tune into these senses right now as you're seeing what it is that you do. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean your finances. Abundance can come in many forms. Maybe you ample time, ample food growing in the garden, joy, family and friends. And I say spiritual, religious. For some, these are just practices or mindful practices, whatever you feel comfortable thinking about, but having an area that creates the balance, that creates the joy, following your bliss, as Joseph Campbell would say, and allowing that to be the everyday, for the ritual to be the things you do throughout your day, taking simple pleasures, grounding, walking outside, feeling the sun, being grateful and appreciative of every moment you spend, enjoying the flow of things, stepping into these versions. Now, I want you to feel all of that from each of these areas, and there may be others that you may want to bring in now. Visualize yourself with your partner, your lover, your friends, your family, your children, your pets, doing things you love in a career or a job that you love, seeing your life. This is your life now. You're in a home that is perfect. It's got areas you can chill and feel at ease. You're in the ideal home for you, the ideal job for you, the ideal relationship for you, for your highest good. And I want you to sit in the emotion of gratitude and appreciation. And I want you to say the mantra, thank you. But feeling is the most important aspect of this. As we lock this in, it's the key to keeping this flowing. So feeling yourself eating, having time with friends and family, feeling yourself doing the job you love, making love in sacred, divine way, not just sort of meaningless. These are meaningful relationships with friends, with family, in how we make love be us. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean being with a partner. I mean how we bring the joy and the love to each moment, each experience that we co-create with other beings from all levels, from the physical right up to the 15th dimension if you are off astro traveling at night time. feeling safe in your skin, feeling anchored and grounded in this high energy, through the shifts and the physical shifts as you step into them, are one with them. Okay, you don't have to be. It's for me, this is the light language and it feels like it wants to express. So while I express, I want you to allow yourself to kind of, your imagination to flow in all these areas. If there's something I haven't mentioned that you want to focus on, now is the time. Feel the magic of the divine surrounding you. As I reflect my soul, connecting to my wholeness, my being, may you do the same. Itanaya kono laknatea, akaya yanea la kuru laknai, itayanuri akia yanai, and atia kata. And just breathing in that moment, these feelings, as we lock them in, we're going to zip them up energetically as we draw this to being who we are, as we feel who we are being in this moment. Feel your wholeness in the feel the lightness beyond the self and ego as we let go of what we thought we were, of who we've been, experiences we've had. You are this vision. And now. I am. I am present in this moment and I'm witnessing myself as is, in the wholeness and the beauty of who I am. I am my potential of limitless. I draw these parallels and step into this reality. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for guidance. Thank you for synchronicities. Thank you for friends, for love, for finances, for joy, for home, for happiness, for food, for clients, for being able to help, to serve, for purpose. And just breathe that in. And lock it. And if you want to, just bring up the fingers over the mouth and make little figure of eights, taking those little figure of eights down through the body, through the cellular memory, or you can visualize little figures of eights as you're feeling the movement, the shifting of energy. And it's actually an 8 that's going up, that's coming down. It's the flow of energy kind of in our own visual energy or viewing, you might see patterns, you might see colours or hear colours, hear sound and patterns. Opening to this beautiful version of you. And I want you to now bring your hands together and just rub them together. And as we touch, we're going to go from the chin up and over the head. And just bringing that awareness with us, holding that feeling, that emotion, those visions. And keep your eyes shut, but just bring through touch. As you breathe in, take the hands over the head as if you're washing the droplets of water out of your hair when you wash your hair in the shower. Bringing the hands down under the chin. And coming down the front of the body. One hand over the heart, the other over the lower dentier. And slowly in your own times, opening your eyes. Let me know in the comments below. State it to the universe, to the world. Who are you now? What are your intentions? What are your seeds that are planted, that are solidified, that are in the blooms of you and who you are in your divine, sovereign self, your most authentic life, your most joyful person, healthy, loving, happy self, aware, beautiful clarity, beyond the challenges, beyond the stories. Who are you? Let me know in the comments below. Love and blessings for this day. Thank you for joining me. And I will, I'll pop this up. I'll leave this up. If you want me to leave this up, I'll leave this up. And we'll be doing some creative work. I invite you to come along if you'd like to. Tomorrow for a workshop where I'll be working with my members. We'll be doing some physical, visual workshop, but with a difference, as always. And to go with this to kind of solidify some of the things that come up for you so that we can reinforce that in a physical way. So blessings for your day. Back to sleep if you need to, and when you wake, you are this person. It's like 3, 2, 1, back in the room. This is who you are now. From this moment, your decisions are now based not on past experiences, but on this person you are, on the parallel aspects that you've drawn through to this now moment. Love and blessings. Thank you for your time. If you feel you want to contribute, all love donations, of course, are welcome, but not necessary. You can support me by becoming a Patreon member for, I think it's a few dollars a month, $4 a month, to help me keep creating. And that's always received with love. Thank you for your time.